cats and be good.
I've been teaching chess for around 15 years now. I started when I was in high school as a tutor, doing it with little kids in elementary. And as I went on, I became a college tutor, and I kept doing it in different middle schools. And then now as a teacher, well, I decided to start a chess team here at Henderson Middle School. Our first couple of years, we weren't that strong, given we didn't have that many kids. Well, it's part of the process, right? But as we went on for the past 3 years, we've averaged from 30 to 60 kids. And I can honestly say here at Henderson, a good 80–90% knows how to play chess. How does it help them academically? Well, the concentration, the focus, that's the main thing, right? A lot of analysis. It helps them to get exposure, to go out and meet a lot of different people, a lot of different ethnicities. To our students, a lot of students don't get the opportunity to travel. So with the chess, with our activity, they get to travel. So far we've been to Louisville, Kentucky, we've been to Brownsville, we've been to McAllen, Texas, to Nashville, Tennessee, to Indianapolis. So they get that exposure, but at the same time, their academics is also doing very well.
Chess is more than a game. It's like life. You make your decisions. Either it's wrong, it's bad. If you make a bad decision, you lose. Bad decision in real life, consequences. Great moves, great things happen. So that's how I compare chess.
When it comes down to sitting down and playing a game of chess for 4 hours and sitting down in a classroom for 45 minutes, it's quite easy for them to comprehend everything that's being taught to them in their classrooms. And when it comes to the STAR test that we have here in Texas, well, it's easy for them to sit through the test, right, and not just sit, but to understand and actually perform well. Their personality improves. We teach them to be gentlemen, the guys. The ladies, we teach them to be ladies. We teach them to behave properly in all the settings. And quite honestly, I'm very happy that every time we travel out, everywhere we go, restaurants, the airport, wherever we're at, they tell us that it's the most well-behaved group they've ever seen. We have 6 state championships, and we have 3 national championships as a team. And we have 2 students that have won first place in different divisions. It started with 4 kids. I remember my first year, I put up a poster board, and my goal was to have 100 students. It didn't happen. We ended up with 4, which was quite a disappointment. But I mean, those 4 kids stuck around. We actually went to state. They won state, so they did very good. I think that's what it all started, the little spark. We never went to go to nationals because at that point we did think it was too much. The following year, instead of 4, we have 6 kids. And it just kept growing and growing and growing. And then at that point, we figured, okay, we got to try a nationals, which we did. We went and we lost. We got 19th place. Everything went wrong. We had practice, but it didn't go our way. After that, I made a goal not to lose the nationals again. And it happened. The following year, we took 12 kids to state, 12 kids to nationals. And we did our best, and they won. Well, the competitions are every weekend, actually. Many of the times, unfortunately, we can't compete because of a money issue. Like I said, last tournament this weekend, it was $50 per kid, and some of our kids can't afford to pay that much that often. So we try to compete 2 tournaments a year, which is the Texas Scholastic State Tournament and the National Tournament. My kids, if it's competition, we get 10 hours a week of practice. Like any other sport, I require for them to have a high grade, and some of them do struggle at home and do struggle with their studies. I mean, we do give an opportunity, and we also offer tutoring to them. So we talk to them very closely and see their situation, see what's going on with them, so we can help them out. So if we see a C, a 70 or a 60, we don't just go at it and kick them out of our team. Rather, we question it and we see what we can do to bring it up.
It helps me focus on my classes. Without chess, I don't know, like my grades would be lower. Then chess has helped me like pick up my grades.
After playing chess, I noticed it helped me prepare myself for the future. I learned how to think, how to do retrograde analysis, which is thinking backwards, right? Seeing the end game first and then working towards the end game. I see most of the people that play are very successful in any career they pick, whichever it is, and it brings a lot of opportunities. Now that we wrote the book, the Champions Game, we've also created the foundation, the Champions Chess Foundation, which is going to be creating scholarships for them. So when they graduate from high school, they have a backup, right? So they can actually pay for their college. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of things they have against them. We don't have perfect lives. No one does, right? But I figure our students struggle a little bit more being here in the border. And these 14 rules that we set there have found to be successful over the past 3 years, which like I said, we've won 6 state championships, and they continue to put in the hard work. One of the biggest questions I ask them is, are you guys nervous? And their answer is always no. And the next thing I ask them is, who's supposed to be nervous? And their answer is, they are. So it's just bringing up their self-esteem, right? I also tell them that we're a team, we're a family, and that we stick together. And don't forget not to come out until they finish the game. Never to give up. Be in there as long as they need to. Think out their game, think out their moves, and spend as much time as is necessary to win that game. What are my ways of teaching? Well, I like to be fun. I truly believe if the kids are not having fun, we're not going to win. It's not going to happen. As an adult, as a kid, I've always thought that having fun is the #1 thing in a classroom setting and everywhere. I mean, we as adults, we enjoy having fun. And what's having fun? It also means having discipline. We're going to have the discipline, but they need to enjoy playing the game. They need to enjoy playing the tournament because it's long hours. A national tournament, probably one day they'll be awake from 7 in the morning to 12 at night. So if they're not enjoying it, they'll be very stressed and they can get sick and a lot of things can happen. So that's my main thing. That's my teaching philosophy. Have fun, enjoy it. The moment you're not doing it, let me know and we'll see what we can do. Despite of all the odds, everything they're facing against them, their daily problems at home, daily problems in school, they move everything aside. They've learned to mature at such a very young age and move everything aside and just go and compete. And just go and compete because they love it, because they enjoy it, and because they believe in me the way I believe in them.